Welcome to VMware's demonstration, Multi-Cloud Operations on Amazon EKS. This demonstration illustrates VMware's telco cloud automation expansion of its multi-cloud capabilities to deploy and manage network functions consistently on Amazon EKS. Driven by the need for business agility, acceleration in innovation, and potential cost savings, communication service providers are currently building the network of the future under a multi-cloud prism. This transformation means opportunities, but also an exponential increase in complexity of their operations that will have an important impact on the cost to manage the network. The Network Operations Center of the future must enable consistent operations and continuous real-time synchronization of information, ensuring accurate views on global inventories, resources availability, security, and performance. From the core to the edge to the RAN, across any cloud, from on-prem to the public cloud, the NOC should enable the operator to easily visualize the infrastructure, customize it, and manage it accordingly. VMware Telco Cloud Automation has been designed with a vision to provide a single pane of glass for multi-cloud operations, providing operational consistency and easing workload instantiation and mobility from the network core to edge and from private to public clouds. In this demo, we will show how VMware Telco Cloud Automation expands its multi-cloud capabilities to support Amazon EKS, bringing unified management of workloads on-premise and on hyperscalers' infrastructures. We will first show the creation of a Kubernetes cluster in Amazon EKS. The first step is the creation of an Amazon EKS user that will represent VMware Telco Cloud Automation with all the necessary permissions to create and connect to the cluster. Next, using the obtained credentials, we will create the cluster and extract its details for authorization and cluster registration with VMware Telco Cloud Automation. Now that we have created the cluster, the next step is to register it with VMware Telco Cloud Automation. We will first log on to VMware Telco Cloud Automation's Appliance Manager and use the Amazon EKS plugin to enter the cluster details and user credentials. This procedure will enable communication between VMware Telco Cloud Automation and the cluster. Then, we will use VMware Telco Cloud Automation's Manager Amazon EKS Virtual Infrastructure plugin to declare this cluster and make it visible as a new available infrastructure resource. At this point, the cluster is located, connected, and ready to be used like any other resource, whether it's running on-prem or on the public cloud. The last procedure in this step is to associate a Harbor registry with the cluster. This registry will host the CSAR container files representing the network functions to deploy on Amazon EKS. Finally, we are ready to deploy a network function on the Amazon EKS cluster. For the purpose of this demo, we will instantiate a load balancer as an example of a CNF deployment. First, we obtain the CNF from VMware Telco Cloud Automation Network Functions Catalog. We name the CNF instance and we select the newly created Amazon EKS cluster as recipient of the deployment. Then, we parse the Helm chart file location and we activate the instantiation. After a few minutes, VMware Telco Cloud Automation indicates a successful instantiation of our CNF. We will now access the Amazon EKS's cluster console to verify that the load balancer workload and pod have been properly created in our cluster. The cluster console lists a new pod corresponding to our load balancer. We will now verify this network function is active. First, we issue the kubectl describe command to get the IP address and port on which this service is running. Second, we issue a curl command on this IP address and port. The response is a 200 OK, indicating the CNF is up and running on the cluster. In this demo, we have shown how easy it is to access clusters and manage Kubernetes workloads deployments on Amazon EKS using VMware Telco Cloud Automation. We have proven that VMware Telco Cloud Automation simplifies multi-cloud operations by providing a single pane of glass where workload deployments follow a consistent workflow on public clouds, as on private, on-prem data centers.